Guys, I know this is the last moment, just few days for your NEET exam, and there are still some examples that are scaring you. So let's learn those examples at this hour, at this last hour, with the help of these mnemonics. Not only examples, some processes as well. Now, let's quickly get back to the mnemonics. All right, starting with the groups of algae and its pigment, one of the very important aspects of this whole syllabus. Now, groups of algae can be learned by CPR. C for chlorophyce, P for pheophyce, and rhodophyce. Now, if you learn it this in this order, you can easily learn the pigments also. See, chlorophyll A is a universal pigment, so you'll write it in all. Chlorophyll A, and then just go with the alphabetical order. B, C, D. So you know chlorophyce has A and B, pheophyce has A, C, and rhodophyce has A and D. And then rhodo is red and erythro is also red, and then fucoxanthin you can put it in pheophyce. But particularly for chlorophyll types, you can learn it in this scheme. Then moving on to classes of fungi and their examples. So for classes of fungi, you have a mnemonic PAD-B. So PAD-B stands for Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Deuteromycetes, and Basidiomycetes. All clear? Now, in order to learn the examples, we have another mnemonic. We have PRAM. So PRAM stands for P for Phyco, then RAM, Rhizopus, Albugo, and Mucor. For Deuteromycetes, we have DCAT. D stands for Deuteromycetes, then CAT stands for Coleotrichum, Alternaria, and Trichoderma. And then for Basidiomycetes, we have BAPU. So BAPU stands for Basidiomycetes, B for BAPU, and then A for Agaricus, P for Puccinia, and U for Eustilago. You also get question for match the following, that Eustilago causes smut and Puccinia causes rust. Then how to match it? USPR, United States permanent residentship, right? Just remember USPR. So Eustilago is going to cause smut and Puccinia is going to cause rust. Now, moving on to the examples of algae. Again, you will go by the same CPR. So for rhodophyce, guys, we have a very simple mnemonic P2G2. So P2G2 is P2 means Porphyra and Polysiphonia, and G2 is for Giletium and Gracilaria, which give you agar, right? For Pheophyce, we have this mnemonic Ecto helps Sargun learn dicot function. So from ecto we have ectocarpus. From helps we are using the rhyming. Helps means kelps. Sargun is sargassum. Learn is laminaria. Dicot is dictyota, and function is fucus. So ecto helps Sargun learn dicot function. Is it clear? Rest of all the examples given in your NCRT belong to chlorophyce. Then this is a very simple mnemonic for the living world. I'm sure you know this. To learn the taxonomic categories. So it is keep pots clean or family gets sick. Now this is from sick, that is from species onwards to kingdom. It is in the ascending order. Then moving on to, now this one slide is super important. There is no such paper in the history of NEET which will not get question from this topic. So there are so many examples. Let's quickly learn this types of flowers with respect to the position of the ovary. So you learn the type of the flower and the kind of ovary present with the same mnemonic and the examples. So first of all, for hypogynous flower, the mnemonic is he must bring superior China rose. So he for hypogynous, must for mustard, bring for brinjal. Superior is the type of ovary present, and China rose is another example. So we have three examples in here. For perigynous flower, we have people pluck half inferior peach rose. So people for perigynous, pluck for plum, half inferior is the type of ovary, peach and rose are the examples. And then we have epigynous. For epigynous, it is epic, sunny, Cook's inferior guava. So epic for epigynous, sunny is for sunflower. Remember the ray florets. Cook's is for cucumber. It has inferior ovary. And then another example is guava. Now moving on to the examples of flower symmetry. So we know there are two types of symmetries in flower, actinomorphic and zygomorphic. So for actinomorphic, we have Dhatura must act chill. So there are three examples, Dhatura, mustard and chili. Act is to remind you that these are the examples of actinomorphic. You know what happens sometimes? We are learning so many mnemonics that at the end we forget that which mnemonic belonged to which category. So make sure while you are using your mnemonics, you're making your mnemonics, you are integrating the category for which you are making that mnemonic. For example, the Tura must act. So act reminds you that this mnemonic belongs to actinomorphic, right? Then for zygomorphic, we have Ziggy Kesia ne Gulmohar P ke Been Bajai. So Ziggy word is for zygomorphic, Kesia, Gulmohar, P and B. These are the examples. Now, another mnemonic is to learn the sequence of the products formed during the glycolysis. So we know glucose, glucose 6 phosphate, fructose, and so on, ending to pyruvate. This is a 10-step process. Now we will learn the order of the products with the help of this mnemonic. So mnemonic is good girlfriend fills glass by 3 Pepsi and 2 Pepsi and plays ping pong. So this will help you to remind yourself that which product will come after the other. So remember again, good girlfriend fills glass by 3 peg and 2 peg and plays ping pong. See, I know mnemonics at this hour might look like a hassle. So just speak it 4 or 5 times or 10 times. Close your eyes, and this is good to go. You will remember it. You will remember the sequence. Now, to learn the sequence of products formed during Krebs cycle, we have another mnemonic. Can I keep selling strawberry for money, officer? So can for citrate, then isocitrate. For keep, we have ketoglutarate, the only 5 carbon compound here. Then selling is for succinyl coenzyme A, strawberry for succinate, for perfumerate, malate, represented by M for money, and then officer. So this will give you the sequence of the products. Now, from sexual reproduction and angiosperms, this is a very important topic. Pollen viability. They generally ask you the examples. See, there are two cases given. One is for few minutes, which is wheat and rice, and then for few months. For few months, we have an mnemonic Saral. Saral in Hindi means easy. So there is a Saral mnemonic to learn the families which have pollen viability for few months. Saral stands for Solanaceae, Rosaceae, and Leguminosae. Is that clear? Now the other two are for few minutes, that is wheat and rice. Now, learning the properties of genetic code. This is also quite an important topic. So these are the properties of genetic code. Genetic code is always triplet, unambiguous. There is no punctuation. It is present in all the organisms. That is, it is universal. Then comma-less, no punctuation again, and then degeneracy. So how do you learn it? Tuna CD. How do you learn it? Tuna CD. So this mnemonic will help you remember the properties. Now, how to learn few codons and their amino acids. So for AUG, we all remember methionine. So for rest of these, like UUU, we can learn by phenylalanine. Okay, then CCC stands for proline, GGG stands for glycine, and AAA stands for lysine. So for this, we remember UP. For this proline, we remember CPRO. Then G stands for G only. So GGG will give rise to glycine, and AAA is UL. So UL, GG, CPRO, UP. So these are the four mnemonics that you will remember for learning the amino acids of these codons. So speak them again and again, and this will help you remember all these examples very quickly. All the very best.